G'day guys, Sandra Lemming here again, almost in Facebook jail again. But anyway, let's get to this. Now, earlier on today on the Queensland health page on Facebook, they had their stats showing and I made a comment which challenged certain things that certain health directives that they're still placing on people in Queensland. And my comment was obviously not received very well from the people who support this madness, and I was attacked. I was attacked quite severely by quite a lot of them, actually. I was even called names like stupid, tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist, all those sort of things. I never called anybody else a name. I just shared my opinion. So I responded to these people, and I shared relevant information with a picture that I actually got off a very respected Worldometer, right? That's the website, Worldometer website, which is used and respected by John Hopkins, the US government, the UK government, the Australian government, just to mention a few sources. So I shared their relevant information in comments on this page back to the people who were attacking me. And look what Facebook has done to me. 5 of your comments go against standards on spam. So now you can't even share the actual real factual information from Worldometer website, which is, I've just told you, go check it out, the Worldometer website, which is actually a very relevant real website that is referred to for, by and used by the US government, UK government, the Australian government, New Zealand government, John Hopkins Medical Centre, just to name a few. There's a ton there, all around the world, right? So Facebook are now calling those guys bogus and saying that the information that I'm sharing from those guys is spam. This is what's happening, people, in the real world. This is happening now on Facebook. Now, you can call me what you like, but I am backing up what I say with real facts from real, factual, revered websites. I'm not making this shit up. But anyway, this is how I deal with this shit from Facebook. I'm going to show you. And then I'll show you the website where I got these from. So I click here. All right, see? We have these standards to prevent things like false advertising, fraud, and security breaches. All right? Okay, now this is the information I shared, which I got off the Worldometer website. They are definitely not conspiracy theories. They march with the truth. Why are so many people living in fear of a virus that has a 97% recovery rate? Here in Australia, that is what the statistics show on this website. 97% of people recover from the virus. More people die from cancer in a week than from this virus. That is also on the World Health Organization's website, on the Worldometer website. It's on the Australian Government's Bureau of Statistics website that more people die from cancer in a week than they do from this virus. Right? Let's click more here, right? Ask yourself why you are listening, right? Why you are listening. That's supposed to be 2, the fear porn brigade, and not seeing the truth that is right in front of you. So there you go. See? Worldometers.info. Go to the website yourself. Check it out. It's a very reputable website. Okay? And then I just click continue. And because, see, this guy didn't like the fact that I was right. Right? Okay? It pissed him off that I was right. And so he's made a complaint against me. And then I'm going to click continue. And they're telling me that. Fake news, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm going to click continue. And I'm going to go disagree. Because I do. I disagree because my information is not fake. Click there. And I'm going to click continue. Right? Usually, right, we usually offer the chance to blah, 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 blah. We have fewer reviewers available right now because of coronavirus, COVID-19 outbreak, which is a load of rubbish because, their reviewers could easily work from home. So they don't have fewer reviewers. It's just that Facebook has sacked, 60% of their staff so they can put more money in the higher ups' pockets, right? That's all it is. Dumb fucks. I tell you what, honestly, never was I a big fan of Donald Trump, but the rumour out there is he's going to start his own platform. I swear to God, if Facebook keep up this nonsense, I'm going to exit and I'm going to Donald Trump's platform. Anyway, so let's click close and let's do the next one, right? Okay, so I've done that. So now all I need to do is wait for this to, whatever, so I can do the rest and, appeal the rest of the decisions because it's wrong, right? They're wrong. They're clearly wrong. See, they're not even letting me appeal the rest of the decisions, right? Because they know that this is real stuff, right? They know. But if you go to the Worldometer website, right, if we go here, we type in Worldometer .info. Pretty sure that's what it was. There we go. This is the website, mate. Honestly, this is the website that that they're claiming is a load of bogus, right? And I honestly, I don't understand why. See, if I copy this here, and I open up a new tab and just close down that tab and paste that in there. Paste and go to here. See, Worldometer COVID-19 data. Worldometer coronavirus population, right? This is the coronavirus. About Worldometer. About Worldometer. Worldometer manually analyzes, validates, and aggregates data from thousands of sources in real time and provides global COVID-19 live statistics for a wide range of audiences of caring people around the world. Our data is also trusted and used by the UK government, Johns Hopkins, CSSE, the government of Thailand, the government of Vietnam, the government of Pakistan, Financial Times, the New York Times, Business Insider, BBC, and many others. Look at this. Over the past 15 years, our statistics have been requested by and provided to Oxford University Press, Wiley, Pearson, CERN, World Wide Web. Look at this. Look at all of this sort of stuff here, right? So what Facebook is trying to tell me and tell you is these guys are false advertising, fraudulent, and spam. Well, that's not on. And the reason I'm doing this video was so I could record and show you guys what's going on here. Look, they're not even going to let me actually, see? Right? They're not even letting me appeal this decision here. So I'm doing this video to say, Facebook, you are wrong. And Facebook, you are claiming that this website is fraudulent, fake advertising, and what else are you saying? I mean, honestly, really. I mean, let's just, let's find something here. COVID-19, let's click on here. All right, here we go. Here's the world COVID-19 trends, right? So this is how many people have had the virus, right? So there's 194 million people around the world who have had the virus. There's been 4 million deaths, which I know sounds a lot, right? But when you look at how many people have had it, That's not really a lot of deaths. But keep this in mind also, people. There's over 194 million people in this world walking around with natural immunity to the virus, which studies are now showing is much stronger and better than the immunity you get with the vaccine. Look, see, more people have recovered than have died. See? Look, 176 plus million people have recovered in comparison to 4 million who have died. Now, that's a lot of people who have passed away, a lot of loved ones left with a hole in their lives and that sort of stuff. But it's already been said that because of how quickly this virus moved and mutated through the world, that a lot of the times in a lot of the countries, the reporting process was flawed and people who didn't actually die from COVID were actually listed as dying from COVID. Then there is the assumption that some people who did die from COVID didn't get listed as dying from COVID. So it was a bit of a chaotic mess because of how quickly this virus developed in the world, right? Now, all I'm saying is, even with these numbers here, which are legit, they're not fraud, they're not false advertising or anything else, they're actually used by governments around the world. These are not scary numbers. These do not justify the pain and agony and oppression and tyranny that governments have enforced on their people in countries. Look at what is going on in France. These numbers do not justify that madman's reasoning for throwing people in jail because they hop on a bus without being vaccinated. Honestly, the leader of France, the PM, the Prime Minister of France, is a dictator. He is nothing short of Saddam Hussein. The only difference between him and Saddam Hussein is he doesn't go out and physically shoot people. He may as well, though, with the move that he's taken. And he's got no justification for the madness that he is inflicting on his people in France. And God forbid, I feel so sorry for those people. And come the next freedom rallies, I will stand up and I will march for my country in the name of freedom and civil liberties. And I will not only march for me, but I will be marching for all of those poor people in France who are going through an absolute nightmare with no justification whatsoever. And I mean, you can scroll down through these numbers and you that's my rant over, by the way, and you can find things. You can go to the US, right? You can go wherever. Now, my numbers come from the Australian website, right? So this is the image that they've claimed is, right, as Facebook have claimed, is, fraudulent, spam, is false advertising. This is what they're claiming. Now, let me scroll down and show you. This is the image I use, this image right here. This is the image that I used in Australia, right? Currently, right? 0.8%. Here, currently, closed cases. Deaths, 3%. That's the image, same image there as what is here. Exactly the same image. That's where I got the image from, right there. And yet now, Facebook is claiming that this website is a fake. It's fraudulent. And fake news? What is going on, people? What is going on? And look at that. Facebook are not even letting me say, appeal the decision. Well, I'm sorry, if that doesn't tell you that Facebook is behind the bigger picture, the conspiracy that is going on with world leaders and governments, what does? What does? If you want to find out more on what I'm about and why I'm questioning all of these, and you happen to be on Facebook, look, you're welcome to find me on Facebook. Sandra Lemming is my name. I have a profile. Everything I'm posting about my thoughts and opinions and the statistics that I'm sharing, which come from reputable websites, or what they claim are reputable websites. I'm not making any of this stuff up. If you want to come and see, why I'm asking these questions, come visit me on Facebook. I post everything publicly, so you don't even need to actually add me as a friend. You can just see my posts, you can comment on them, you can like them, you can share them, do as you may. But people, look at this. We need to start revolting against Facebook, because Facebook are now stopping real statistical evidence being shared on their platform, and they're listing it as spam, people, as spam. If that does not make you angry, I don't know what does. It is time to get angry. I'm not against vaccinations. I don't want to get vaccinated. I don't even get the flu vaccine, right? But I'm not against them. The vaccines are out there. I mean, hats off to all of you people who are getting vaccinated. If you want to get vaccinated, good for you. I give you 2 thumbs up. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being the guinea pig, because now I can sit back for the next couple of years and I can watch how you go. I can see if there are any long-term effects from these vaccines that I need to concern myself with, because you are all got more balls than me, and you've stood up and said, yep, put that needle into my arm. So I am not doing this to stop people from getting vaccinated. I am not doing this at all to stop people from getting vaccinated. Do I think that vaccinations were rushed? Yes. Do I think the chaos needed to be created for this? No, I don't. Not when you look at the numbers, and there's only approximately 3 to 4% of people who die from contracting this virus. That did not justify emergency powers being enacted so they could unleash a vaccine on people, because they were too lazy to go through the 2 to 3 year testing models on animals and small focus groups before they released these vaccines. There are only a few people who are making a ton of money out of these medicines. And it's not you or I. It's the governments and big pharma. People like Bill Gates, right? He's responsible for AstraZeneca. He's making a fortune with that thing. Don't know who's behind Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, which was recalled back in April due to the complications it was causing on people. So, I'm not against the vaccines. I just personally think that they rushed it. I personally also think that there was not a high enough risk for them to have to rush these experimental vaccines onto a magnitude of a population like they did. And the fact that they are now talking about forcing us to vaccinate children as young as 3 years old is absolutely madness when you look at the statistics of survivability of this virus. Why the freaking hell do we need to vaccinate children for this virus? Beyond me. But yes, by all means, have the vaccinations there. Just be a little bit more transparent with the population. Let the people know that this is testing. It's not real science. Let the people know who are going to get the jab that you are a test subject. And for whatever reason, offer them a disclaimer to sign to say that they will not sue you or take any legal actions against you if they happen to have adverse effects from the vaccine. Don't make it a mandatory law, which the governments have done. That is so wrong. So wrong, people. So wrong. Anyway, that's my rant. That's what's going on with Facebook. That's what's happening in the world today. If you have some different opinion, or, you have some material that I might have missed, that is, worth reading, by all means, share it with me in the comments. I'd love to read it. I'm always open to constructive information being shared with me. Look, and I know that I do get some conspiracy theories shared with me. It does happen. But hey, it's only a conspiracy until it's proven. And a lot of conspiracies out there have actually been proven in, over time. Look, going way back way back when cigarettes were first released on the market, when tobacco was formed into a cigarette and cigarette companies first released tobacco onto the market, guess what? Science backed up the tobacco companies by saying that smoking was actually good for your health. That's right. The science proved when cigarettes were first released for the sake of money to the big companies and for the sake of the ingestion of money into the scientific community, they backed up the cigarette companies, letting people everywhere know that it's healthy for you to smoke. You should smoke. That's why there were so many men and women who smoked back in the 18th century and onwards, because the science backed up smoking. It was only recently in recent times now, after the 90s, coming into the end of the 90s and the start of the 2000s, that science actually had proven that there were certain conditions that you could develop from smoking that can actually end your life or leave you in chronic illness and shorten your lifespan. So don't say to me that this science is wrong or this is a conspiracy theory unless you can back up what you're saying. Because, we would say that it was a conspiracy theory that science backed up smoking as being healthy for you, wouldn't we? But it actually wasn't. It was actually true. Science did back up the smokers' companies and say that smoking was healthy because the money was coming from the tobacco industry into their labs. That's where they were getting a majority of the funding. So, money talks, people. Don't discount anything, but don't believe everything. Just read over the information, take a deep breath, dispel with the fear, get away from mainstream media, and ask yourself your own questions and come to your own decision. Don't listen to people who tell you to not get vaccinated. I want a lot of you to get vaccinated because that gives me test subjects to watch so that I can then maybe later on down the track go, well, okay, these vaccines are actually working really well. I'm going to go and get vaccinated myself. So don't assume just because I'm posting bad stuff about vaccines, like the amount of, people having adverse events to getting vaccinated, don't think that that's my way of saying I'm totally against the vaccines. I'm not, right? I'm just sharing the other side of the information with you that mainstream media and governments are refusing to share with you. And I'm getting it off their websites. I'm getting what I'm sharing with you off the government websites. So I'm actually sharing the information that is actually there on the government websites with you because nobody else is sharing it. So don't call me a nut, a tinfoil hatter, or a weirdo, or a conspiracy theorist, or a member of the conspiracy gang. Don't do that because that's wrong. If you do that, then you're claiming that all of these respectable, accepted government websites and all of the stuff that they've been telling you, you're saying that that's all a conspiracy and fake as well. So there you go. Anyway, guys, this is Sandra signing off. Have a great day. Bye for now.